All right, welcome back. Now you see on your screen this message here. They're saying they having trouble playing this video. I'm gonna try it one more time. This is why I don't visit TikTok. I hate this website. There's something about it with the cookies and everything. It rarely works. Look at this. What is this? Okay, so we're not gonna use this. I'm gonna go ahead. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this video, even though I don't want to because they put a bunch of stupid music in the background. But I want you to listen to what this young man says. And this is sad. What you're about to hear right now is sad. And this is the next generation.
I could never be mad at black women for dealing with white men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it'd be ruffling a lot of our feathers, but the reality of it is they've always chosen us first, all right?
Man, why would you put that stupid loud piano music and you got the music louder than his voice? Big goofies trying to make these videos all sophisticated, man.
They've always chosen us first, all right?
Listen, now did you hear what he said? He said they've always chosen us first. What kind of statement is that? You can say the same thing about black men. You can say the same thing about any demographic in this country. They usually choose their own kind. So you didn't make any point there. That doesn't make any sense. I get annoyed when people do this.
For dealing with white men.
Now, you heard what he said at the beginning. I can never, listen.
I could never be mad at black women for dealing with white men.
I can never be mad at them for dealing with white men. Okay. Not that black men are mad, but, you know, we simply call out the additional things that they say about us when they try to justify dating white men. It's not that they date white men that we have a problem with. It's the lies and the attack of our character that always accompanies them dealing with white men. As a young black man, you should know this. You should know this. Let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it'd be ruffling a lot of our feathers, but the reality of it is they've always chosen us first, all right? Don't subscribe to the propaganda. This is free man. It is very rare that you will meet a black woman whose preference is not black men first. But we as black...
That's not rare. That's not rare. That's easy to find. There's plenty of them out here who would prefer a Brad over, and it's not about them anyways. They don't make the choice. The men make the choice. Women can't just go around and pick whatever type of man they want. The men have to want them.
Men first. But we as black men cannot say the same. We can't. We
now
can't
what?
say
Now
black
listen
men.
to this.
Free men. It is, they've always chosen us first, all right? Don't subscribe to the propaganda. This is free man. It is very rare that you will meet a black woman whose preference is not black men first. But we as black men cannot say the same. We can't.
What? What are you talking about? What in the world are you talking about? There's over 1 million biracial babies that they've had with white men. What are you talking about? And you can't say the same about us. What are you talking about? Yeah, black men marry out more. Why? Why? You can't wag your finger at black men simply because we don't want faulty product. I'll elaborate on that. Let's continue.
Can't say the same. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is they giving us back what we've been giving them for years. You know what I'm saying? The same type of comments we make. I don't like black women because they be this, and that to validate.
See, he sounds just like a woman himself. This is how women talk. They never get specific. They do not give detail about what they're talking about. They like to babble, throw in a bunch of catchphrases, never being specific. What are you talking about specifically? Ain't no this, that, and that. Black men, our complaints have been validated. These are legit complaints. Just like in the 80s and 90s, they were going on all these talk shows complaining about us. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And the complaints that they had were not even true. They were false. So don't talk as if black men just out of nowhere started criticizing black women. That is not what happened. I don't know what y'all on with that. See, you're too young to be talking about this kind of stuff. This is what I'm starting to notice. I don't know how many of you noticed in this. A lot of these jokers who are like, 18, 19, 20, 21 are trying to talk about this subject. Y'all ain't lived that. You don't even need to be old. Just do your research, man. Do your homework before you start dealing with these subjects.
I don't like black men us back what we've been giving them for years.
We ain't been giving them nothing for years. What are you talking about? He said that black women are giving us back what we as black men been giving them for years. They kicked this off. They're the ones who out of nowhere said, we ain't no good. We ain't ish. Took our kids away from us. What are you talking about? And then they proceeded to destroy our image, attack our image systematically. What in the world are you talking about, dude? We did not launch no war on them. We did not start attacking them. We did not kick nothing off. We simply defended ourselves. What are you talking about? I cannot stand these dudes with these primitive, Keisha groomed brains. That's all this is a Keisha groomed brain. So annoying.
You know what I'm saying? The same type of comments we make. I don't like black women because they be this, and that.
That has never been a thing among black American men, dude. What are you talking about? That's always been an issue with them. They have, out of nowhere, started projecting black men as the most dangerous and just the worst group of men on earth. This is what they did as a collective. And you did not see any of them providing pushback against that propaganda. We were not the aggressors. We did not initiate nothing. We simply defended ourselves. And because we defended ourselves so well, that's what got everybody triggered today. Get out of here.
To validate messing with white women or
Listen to
Hispanic
this.
women. I don't like black women because they be this, and that. To validate messing with white women or Hispanic.
No, you can't just this, and that. What are you talking about? If we're making legit complaints, then that is the reason why we don't want that Keisha product. We want a real woman with real hair, real eyelashes, her face, no attitude, cooperative, fit, in shape, nice, respectful. We asking for the basics. And we can't even get that. So yeah, a bunch of us, we are dating outside of black women. Like I always say, you can never wag your finger at us for doing that. I hate how people talk about how black men date interracial and somehow it's black men's fault. Like we did something wrong. Oh, you black men, you're dating Becky's and Ling Lings and Maria's. Oh, look at your dysfunctional behavior. No, we don't want dysfunctional women. Period. We're tired of it. We're tired of the abuse, the disrespect, the dysfunction. I'll be here all day giving a rundown. But this video, it's hard to listen to this young man. I hate to see effeminized black men. It drives me up the wall.
I don't like black women because they be this, and that. To validate messing with white women or Hispanic women or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's never because of what that person is doing. It's because of this group of people isn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So they hitting us with the same thing. I don't deal with black men because they be doing this, and that. To validate their reasoning. We can't be mad at it.
Sounds so ignorant, dude. Sounds so ignorant. This is, people, we're getting worse by the generation. I would say by the decade. We're getting worse and worse and worse. 1960 was a lot different than 1970. 70 was a lot different than 80. 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020. And do you not see what has been going on? People in general have been regressing. It's a constant state of regression here in this country. And the group who regresses faster than everybody else is Black American women. Foundational Black American women, whatever you want to call them. Even though all of humanity, let me just deal with this country, United States, our entire population culturally has been in regress. It's been getting worse and worse and worse. Despite that, Black American women have been getting worse faster, more rapidly than the rest of us. And there's like no category where they are making improvements. None whatsoever. They collectively need help. Every single one of them. Those of you in your 40s and 50s, don't you remember how tight family was back when you was a child? Don't you remember how different it was when you were a child? You had family reunions. You would meet up with the family on holidays, especially Christmas and Thanksgiving. Everybody would be around. Probably have some family members come from out of town. Family bond was strong. Just in our lifetime. And look at how much that has fallen apart now. I can't name how many families, how many people I've heard talk about how their family just fell apart. I don't even think we have family reunions anymore. I think our last family reunion was like in 2008 or something like that. But Black American women are falling apart faster than everybody else. And they're taking a lot of people down with them, like this young man right here. Dude, it's just about a wrap for you, bro. I hope you're able to snap out of this. Because it doesn't sound like you know that much. It doesn't sound like you comprehend that much. This, and that. You should never speak like that. Listen to this.
I'm the overweight Black woman. I'm kind, approachable, and well-meaning. I want love, companionship, and marriage. But the attention I want from men, it never seems to fully arrive.
My strengths are real. I have a pretty face.
You don't get to decide whether or not you have a pretty face, ma'am. You're not going to tell me that you have a pretty face. I'm going to tell you whether or not your face is pretty. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what a lot of Black women don't understand. I don't care how pretty you think you are. If you're fat, you are unattractive. Even your face, it's unattractive. Fat faces are not attractive. They're not. You look bloated. You look like a balloon face. Your natural, true appearance is distorted. There is nothing attractive about obese black women. Sadly, you got a bunch of simps who willing to poke around with these Keyshas, which makes these Keyshas comfortable with the way that they are. Yeah, please stop that. Stop that. And that's the thing. These dudes, all they want to do is get their little rocks off, and then they're gone. Listen to this.
A good personality, a stable career. I know how to care for people. Men enjoy my company, just not public.
Men will talk to me, date me quietly, even sleep with me, but they don't want to be seen with me.
This is common. This is prevalent. This is prevalent. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes. Y'all already know what time it is. Come on. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You cannot make this up.
Personality, a stable career. I know how to care for people. Men enjoy my company, just not public.
Men will talk to me, date me quietly, even sleep with me, but they don't want to be seen with me. That hurts because I want visibility, not secrecy.
Well, you should become something that's pleasant to look at. Simple as that. Don't try to turn that into rocket science. Why can't y'all just deal with the simple facts? You're not presentable. No fat woman is presentable. None. Stop with this nonsense thinking y'all a dime in the face and that we supposed to just ignore the rest of your body and focus on your face and treat you as if you're a dime just because you got a cute little face. No, it don't work like that. It's crazy how many of them think this.
Because I want visibility, not secrecy.
And why do you want to be seen? Over the past couple days, I've listened to a lot of Keyshas who called up to Kevin Samuels' show. And I'm telling you, it is so prevalent for them to destroy families over their personal, emotional feelings. That's one of the things they need help for. Oh, I wasn't emotionally happy, so I filed for divorce? Huh? And then what? You're a single, now you're overweight. You're washed. And ain't nobody checking for you. Now what do you have? Nothing but a lonely life. It's so difficult for them to commit to marriage. And look at how short-sighted this is. You want to be single for the rest of your life. What is going to happen when you are old and by yourself? You're going to be sitting in a home every day. You keel over, ain't nobody going to be there to help you. You might need all kinds of help. And that's part of what marriage is for. Marriage is primarily to shape the next generation. It's primarily for your children. But in their mind, marriage is all about them and me being happy. I want to wake up happy every day. Show me off and, I just want bubbly, happy emotions all the time. They think marriage is there to please them and to make them happy. It's not. Stop being so selfish. We live for our subsequent generation. That takes priority over everything. And y'all be filing for divorce upwards to 80% of the time. And it's pretty much always irreconcilable differences. Oh, my emotions. Basically, no reason at all. This is a historic epidemic that we're looking at with Keisha's. No group of women has ever been this single in recorded history.
Interest without pride isn't commitment.
Growing up, other women told me I looked good just the way I was. They cheered me on in salons, at coffee tables, rooftop parties. They taught me confidence.
I bet they did. What'd you expect for them to say? And you got some fit friends telling you this?
Interest without pride isn't commitment.
Growing up, other women told me I looked good just the way I was.
Of course. They're all in shape. They're fit. You're not. They ain't gonna say, hey, girl, you need to lose weight. You're fat. I mean, what are you thinking? Let's continue. Lord.
They cheered me on in salons, at coffee tables, rooftop parties. They taught me confidence, self-love.
The hard truth is this: validation from women didn't translate to attraction from men, and pretending otherwise kept me stuck. Men aren't cruel, they're honest with their choices.
The solution isn't shame, it's responsibility. Losing weight isn't just about men, it's about health, longevity, and self-respect.
It's a lifestyle. I don't care what I have to do. I will do whatever I have to do to stay alive and enhance the quality of my life. As soon as I found out that I had a health issue, I will cut out any food. I don't care what it is. As I speak, I only eat fruit, raw fruit, and vegetables. Nothing else. Nothing. No eggs, no meat, no dairy, nothing. And I'm doing it because that is what our bodies are designed to eat. We are not designed to eat carcass. Discipline. Being intelligent. These are the qualities in men that they somehow don't appreciate. And it's the craziest thing in the world. Shout out to Medium Man for this video. I don't watch much of his content at all, but this is his video. You know, they have this thing where they're talking about, oh, black men, you're always bashing black women. Black men do and say any and everything except for bash. That's one thing we don't get into. We don't get into just bashing. We get into telling the truth. And that's the one thing that they seem not to like. They don't like the truth. Men of all races are attracted to fit women. We are attracted to the body type that you're designed to have. Women are not supposed to be obese. You are in an unnatural physical state of existence. Do you understand that? It does not look good. When you get undressed, you do not look good. You look horrible. Turn off the lights fast. Why are you even fooling around with a big back like this? And to this day, it's still hard for them to accept that they're obese, overweight. Why? Because they don't want to do anything to change it. They don't want to exercise discipline. It's the craziest thing in the world to me. That's the only thing that really spices life up. Having discipline. Committing to the gym. Making it a part of your lifestyle. And when we instill discipline into the kids, they want to refer to us as being controlling. When black men try to be fathers, they accuse us of being controlling. And what makes it even crazier is that most of them are Christians. This is probably the most ridiculous aspect of this whole thing. They are as rebellious as they are against our leadership, yet their own Bible, their own God tells them to follow their men. The man is the head of the house, head of the household. Above the man is God. You got God at the top, the man next. After the man, there's the woman. She follows his leadership. Beneath the women are the children, specifically the males. Beneath the male children are the female children. Why are the females beneath the males? The answer is obvious. That's the ranking system no matter what you're dealing with, unless you're talking about childbirth. And it just seems like they don't want to accept the idea that they are supposed to follow black men's lead in leadership. It's because they're so in love with everything that we're against. They're in love with their attitudes. They're in love with their fake weaves and nails and eyes and everything else that they attach to them. They're in love with all that nonsense, even though it breaks them. Can't save no money, stay broke. But you always got this junk and garbage attached to your head and face. It's pathetic. Listen to this. I don't know why. Why do so many Keishas say things that don't make no sense? It is so annoying. Listen to this.
Yeah, that's rare. They're using them. They're not literally like falling for them. If
that's interesting you said that. You don't feel like it's genuine?
I don't think it's genuine. Like every time not every time, but usually when you see a black woman, they look good, they look young, they're always with an older white man. Like that gives sugar daddy vibes to me.
I don't know what she talking about. Don't know what she talking about. I don't be seeing that where I live. These Keishas, they be getting with these young brads. I usually see them with young brads. But that does happen. But to try to suggest that these black women don't really like these brads, are you out of your mind? This is what I'm saying. They will say anything. It don't have to be true. They'll just say anything. Y'all really gonna sit up there and pretend like y'all ain't in love with Brad? That you don't love his features, how he looks? Y'all love everything about Brad. You wear his hair. That's Brad's hair. Brad's hair. I don't want to hear nothing about how this come from Ling Ling. This is Brad's hair. Ling Ling got the same hair Brad got. That's beyond love. That's beyond love. You're obsessed with Brad. You're wearing his hair. And you just can't get through to him. Here's another one. Oh, look, she got glasses on. She's wearing glasses. She's about to say something smart. Look at this. Can black women really emasculate black men? That's the question she has.
What I didn't appreciate, though, was that she said that black women emasculate black men. Now, I will say some black women may participate in the emasculation of black men, but
some may participate? Huh? She ain't making sense already. Let's let her finish.
Men, but can we really emasculate you if you are fully who you say you are?
Listen to that. You know the problem with that statement? Did y'all notice how she never spoke in terms of being a mother?
Black women emasculate black men. Now, I will say some black women may participate in the emasculation of black men, but can we really emasculate you if you are fully who you say you are?
Listen to that. Haven't y'all been noticing how they will say things that just makes no sense at all? She failed to speak in terms of being a mother. That's when the majority of black men are emasculated. It's when they're kids under their mother's rule. Hello? We're not just talking about some random Keisha trying to emasculate some random Tyrone. It was like she tried to say something dumb there. Like you tried to not make sense. You did that on purpose. But it never fails. It never fails. They always say just dumb things. Dumb things.
Oh, y'all white men, leave me alone.
Most importantly, a godly man is always before whatever color they are.
Godly?
A godly man. Ain't no godly man. Let me allow her to finish. She said a godly man, that's the most important.
Importantly, a godly man is always before whatever color they are.
Godly black.
It's godly first, then black.
So you're supposed to go after the godly man first. Okay. Aren't there godly men in all groups of men? So why mention that they should be godly? God first. What are you talking? She basically just tried to open the door for all other races of men to come in. Godly first. So if it's a Lee and he's filled with the Holy Ghost, then he is the best man to bring home to your father, to bring around your family. Is this really how y'all's brain operate? Godly. How do you quantify that, by the way? How do you measure the godliness of a man? I didn't even know that was possible. How do you measure how godly a man is? What are you even talking about, Keisha?
It's godly first, then black.
You cannot make this up, man. This is what I'm talking about. I can look at you and tell you don't have anything interesting to say. You have nothing that is worthy to tell me. Just looking at you in that wig, stop it. Like, it's that they wear their trauma on their body. Like, you can see it just looking at them. What you got? Contacts? Some hazel contact? Get out of here with that. And they'll go with the rubbing it. Boy, y'all just so badly want to be Becky. Stop it. Just stop it, man. Lord, y'all are more attracted to Becky than black men. Y'all think much higher of them than anybody else.
Y'all can come my way.
Oh, y'all white men, please.
Lord. I was checking some information out earlier. I was looking at the marriage rates in the 1980s. The marriage rate for black Americans changed so fast. Why? Because our living conditions changed so fast with the welfare state. Broke up a lot of families. And people's, the overall culture here in black America started to get more degenerate. Always keep that in mind. Whenever you reflect on the welfare state, civil rights movement, Section 8, always remember that what also took place at the same time that happened was the deterioration of black culture in general. Everything started to be. So in other words, at the same time that they left their kids' fathers, society changed such that it made fathers more important. The need to have fathers in the home increased significantly after the welfare state. And that was by design. They had to put into your home a substitute father or father figure. So here, take Lil Wayne, or take Eazy-E, right? Take NWA. Let your kids look at them and listen to them. Talk about a bunch of pookie nonsense, filth and garbage. Yeah, raise them on those men. I mean, what are y'all thinking? Like, when y'all introduce, you're single, let's say you're a single mother, you have a son. Don't you know that your son is going to look up to the men, whichever men that they're around? So you as the single mother, you turn on the TV and you give them NWA. Now that's their father. You walking around singing it, right? Or your Gucci Mane, take your pick. All that degeneracy, the drill, all that demonic crap nonsense. And that's another one. Why haven't y'all as mothers rallied against that yet? Y'all have never rallied against drill. Drill is basically, it's like Satanism. It's like Satanism. It involves disrespecting the dead in the worst way imaginable. How did something like that become a part of your culture? Why didn't y'all fight against that? They don't fight against nothing. This is what I'm saying. They lack value. They don't value things. They don't value things that are valuable. Even when the absence of these things hurts their quality of life, they still just develop no value for the most valuable things in life. But I was looking at the statistics of the marriage rate between 1970s, 1960s, and today. Man, it changed so fast, where they went from being the most married women in the country to the least, almost overnight. Went from being a respected group of women to being the least. And I guess black men are just supposed to sit back and still, applaud the sisters, right? We supposed to just still say, oh, I love you, queen. As you all are deteriorating. Notice too, they also, ballooned up in weight. That started in the 60s. Always remember that. You go back to the 1900s, 1910, 20, 30, 40, 1890s. The majority of them were slim. So the regression was quick. Families torn apart. They started to produce these hoods and projects. Crazy, dangerous to live there. And we just supposed to sit back and watch this happen and not say anything. Not warn other black men like, hey, you better know what you're getting into. A black man, let's say a single black man, he's questioned on whether or not he wants to get married. He says, yeah, I'll get married, just not to a black woman. Not to a black woman. Do y'all not understand this is how many black men are talking today? Y'all in a state of emergency and you're not doing anything about it. Y'all's very existence is in jeopardy. And what are y'all talking about? When y'all get together, what do you talk about? They be talking about nothing. Here it is, their whole world is falling apart. It's like they don't take anything seriously. And here's the thing. If we as quality black men were to get with women like this, that would degrade us. We would have to take a step down to be with you. We'd have to give up so much discipline and live like you live. Eating cake and ice cream at 10:30 at night, every night. Not caring about what you put in your body. No respect. Zero respect. It's sad when I see these relationships that these black men are in. And I see a lot of them where they're married, they're in a relationship, they got them a little Keisha or something. And boy, that Keisha be running their life. They wear the pants and the overalls in that relationship. some of these guys, you know, they're at work and they're acting tough, like they all macho. And then it's the opposite when you see them around their Keisha wife. Now he's like a little boy. Huh? She yelling at him, telling him what to do, where to go, and he doing it. I'm not trying to be in no marriage like that. Because we all know they have the need to be right. They have to be right about everything at all times. You can't have a healthy relationship with a mentality like that, where you just think you're right about everything. That's probably the worst part about communicating with them. Their unwillingness to say that they were wrong about something, which should be a natural human instinct. So, this is actually crazy. The things that they value are the things that keep them single and unmarried. They value this toughness, value being manly. They value fakeness. Again, you value everything that black men hate. And I'm telling you, I'm talking about all of them. I don't care about these pookies out here who be laying up with these Keishas. I guarantee you, when these pookies go out with their Keisha girlfriend or Keisha wife and the wind is blowing and that wig fly off, he gonna be embarrassed. Huh? Let's say it's a bunch of people out there, that wig fly off, land on somebody else's face, blind them. They trip, fall, bust their head open, run into a pole. Had your wig fly off right in their face. And then you sitting there bald headed. Look at them when they get into these fights. They're all over YouTube. One of the first things that happen is wigs go flying. They out here in their 20s and culturally wearing wigs as if they're 80 years old. Y'all are in a state of emergency. And I just don't get how they don't see it. It's crazy. You talk about that's a hive mentality. That's a hive mentality. You'll see a couple of them here and there spew some of our talking points, which I don't even take that. You know, I don't think that's sincere anyway. I've seen too many of them fake the funk for attention. They see that black men getting attention, talking about things we're talking about. So every now and then you'll hear one of them parrot it. Don't fall for that. You don't value the things that all humans are supposed to value, regardless of gender. Your weight? Like, really? One of the most embarrassing statistics is that the average Keisha weighs more than the average man. It's like they can't control it. That's a problem. They got many, many problems. Our relationship with them has not been based on attacking them. It's been based on defending ourselves from attacks. Y'all not going to lie on us. You're not going to lie on us. Since we've come onto the internet and voiced our thoughts, it has always been in defense of these lies. Oh, we're lazy. We're criminals. There are too many black men who are on the DL and in prison for them to marry. So they're single because too many of us are in prison. All this ridiculous, cartoonish. I mean, this is cartoonish, really. You single because there's too many black men. Well, what is it, like 1 million black men in prison? Something like that? Quiet as kept, there's a lot of black women in prison too. If I'm not mistaken, it's almost the same. Y'all flooding these prisons like ain't no tomorrow. Fact that we're lazy, we defended ourselves from that. This idea, and this is the worst, that we run away from fatherhood. The sickest, that's easily the sickest lie that's permeated through their population on a generational level. We run and we just disappear once we find out that you're pregnant. I said on my SBW channel, that's the worst way you could demonize a man. You don't get no lower than that as a man. So you do not play games like what you're playing. They out here going on national television talking about how we're scared to be fathers. And no surprise, they continue to lie on us to this day. They just refuse to stop lying on us. So no, simp, I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more of this simp nonsense, man. I hope this is not a trend among the younger generation. Y'all better start watching some different videos. I don't know who y'all listening to. This got y'all talking the way that y'all talking, but y'all tweaking out. Tweaking out for real. What else did he say here?
The difference is a lot of their reasoning is valid.
You can't make this up.
Only difference is a lot of their reasoning is valid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to say that we are the weakest link of men, because to be quite frank, I think we're the strongest group of men outside of social and societal constructs, you know what I'm saying? But like genetically, physically, we're the most attractive, we're the most talented, the most athletic. I think we're the strongest group of men. But their reasonings for not dealing with us, a lot of the times are valid.
Goofballs. Why couldn't you give an example? You didn't give one example. And what are you talking about anyways, man? Their reason for not dealing with us. What? We are, black men, marry out successfully. Despite all the BS that you hear from them. That's why there are more black men who are married than there are black women who are married. And of course, there's more black men who are married to non-black women than there are black women married to non-black men. Our decision to date non-black women had a lot to do with Keisha's behavior. They grew up with it. We grew up with it. We see it in women in the world, and we don't want no parts of it. Not about to go through another childhood. You already had to deal with your mother. You gonna leave her and then get a Keisha who's just like your mother? No. I made a video years ago titled "Men Are the Prize." And I'm going to say it tonight. Men are the prize. We're the prize, not the woman. We're going to make your life better. You're not going to make our life better. We're going to provide you with security, not the other way around. Everything is already shifted in their advantage. This is sad, man. I don't like to see this. Where they've raised these boys to look at themselves as some type of problem. Like there's just something wrong with us. You know? Oh, black men, you're just naturally dysfunctional. So Keisha's have to go out and date Brad because what? Because what? Because they have waged war against us? And we respond as we should? Get out of here, man. I always thought that it was like common sense for black men to see through the BS that so many of these women put out here. But that's not the case, obviously. You saw it with that other guy. Was it Antonio Speaks or Antonio Talks? And here you got it with this one. And they look like they're about the same age. Like they're in their early 20s. So, man, the hoods, the Keisha communities around this country, they're getting worse and worse. Worse and worse, man. The ones they got here today, far worse than the ones when I was in my early 20s. And it was bad back then. Today it's way worse. You know, the inclusion of stuff like drill, a pro-death music genre, basically like witchcraft, with spells and all. And what's really eerie is when you do your research on drill rappers, so many of them died before age 25. They go in the booth and they start to say F this person, F this dead person, F that dead person. We smoking on this dead person, that dead person. Some of them would even desecrate their graves. How did this become a culture in Black America? It's prevalent and it became a culture because it's in the matriarch. It is the mothers governing this and all other dysfunctions. Cannot make this up. I'm overweight and got a pretty face. And what is this? Asian men plus black women. Where? Got 11 subscribers. Where you see that at? Look at their videos. These are all the videos they got in the world. You got this big old world, 6, 12, 18, and you can only find 19 videos. And look at this. Are you sure these are couples? Come on, man. Lee ain't checking for y'all like that. He's not. Seriously, haven't y'all seen? You might remember this one white guy. Where these white guys are, somebody's asking them what type of woman they prefer, and they'll say anything but black. Anything but black. These non-black men They're not checking for y'all like that. Now, that's not me being hateful. I'm just pointing out the truth. They're not checking for y'all. I don't care who you're talking about. And if they are checking for you, it's for something nefarious, something, they just want to, fulfill some fetish and move on about their business. They're going to just step right over you, use you, and leave you. Now, what you need to worry about, you see these non-black men, they're not checking for you. And now what's going on now? Now you got your own black men who are not checking for you. What are y'all doing? It's time for y'all to stop pointing the finger at others and look in the mirror. Are you trying to project this idea that it's somebody else's fault? Well, it's your fault. All men around the world put black women on the bottom of the list. Facts. All of them. No questions asked. They're the least desirable. And now what do you see happening? Y'all having the same effect on your men. Now there are a bunch of black men who got you on the bottom of their list as well. Are y'all still going to sit back and try to say, oh, this is somebody else's fault? And the crazy thing is, they're not going to change. They don't want to conform to our demands. It's one thing they don't want to do. You can talk till you blue in the face. They're going to continue to put Brad above you by putting Brad's hair on her head. You'll be walking around in your house with Brad's hair on her head. Just straight disrespecting you. And of course, they don't see no problem with it. It is kind of fascinating to see the dysfunction, the destruction of the relationships in Black America. It truly is. All the while, they've always said that it was us, black men. In reality, these women are hurting. If there's one group that's hurting and need emergency treatment, it's them. And they know it. Stop being in denial and work on yourself. Internet came onto the scene and it put everybody's business out there. Once black men started to verbalize the things that we object to about them as a collective, instantly all other groups, they recognized it as well. It's like we spoke what was already on their mind. And I'm telling you, this internet right now is doing a number on their image and reputation, a serious number. And you just don't see them as a collective trying to do anything about it. Nothing at all. That's crazy. And that's why I say this is a group that's going extinct. You can talk all that FBA church all you want. It ain't nothing, it's not unusual. Several ethnic groups have gone extinct. We all go extinct eventually. This is just our turn. But to watch it in real time is crazy. Salute everybody in the building. I just wanted to hop on here and babble a little bit. I will see y'all on the next live.